Have you ever wondered what life is like in a country where tradition meets the modern world, where wealth and unique customs shape daily life? Welcome to Saudi Arabia, the richest country in Asia. And a land full of intriguing, often surprising aspects. From marrying multiple women to a society undergoing rapid transformation, today we'll explore 18 fascinating facts about Saudi Arabia. Let's dive in. Let's start with one of the most talked about laws, polygamy. Men in Saudi Arabia can marry up to 4 wives at the same time. But this isn't just about tradition, it also highlights the country's wealth. Only the wealthiest men can afford to support multiple families, making polygamy both a social status and an economic issue. While polygamy is less common among the younger generation, it remains a significant part of the culture. Next, we have the guardianship laws. For years, women in Saudi Arabia needed a male guardian to make key decisions for them. But with reforms in place, women are becoming more independent, joining the workforce, and taking control of their lives. This shift is not just social, it's economic, as more women entering the job market is boosting the nation's productivity and GDP. Women's empowerment is changing the landscape of Saudi Arabia. Remember when women couldn't drive in Saudi Arabia? Well, that changed in 2018, and it wasn't just about getting behind the wheel, it signified women's growing autonomy and a broader cultural shift. Economically, the car market boomed as women bought their first vehicles, and more women driving meant increased mobility and more participation in the workforce. It was a small step with massive implications. The cinema comeback, reopening the doors to entertainment. For over 3 decades, there were no public cinemas in Saudi Arabia, can you imagine? But in 2018, theaters reopened, and the entertainment industry has been booming ever since. This move has not only created jobs but also brought new forms of cultural expression into the public eye. Socially, it's allowed Saudis to engage with global media and ideas, sparking new conversations about art, identity, and culture. A nation without rivers, water scarcity, and innovation. Did you know that Saudi Arabia has no rivers? None. This fact has shaped the country's relationship with water, leading to massive investments in desalination technology. Economically, this has made Saudi Arabia a leader in water technology, exporting this know-how to other countries. Socially, water conservation is deeply embedded in daily life, influencing everything from how people bathe to how cities are built. Oil wealth fueling the kingdom. No conversation about Saudi Arabia is complete without mentioning oil. It's the black gold that built the country's wealth. Oil revenue funds everything from public infrastructure to healthcare and education. But socially, this wealth also creates a unique dynamic, as the country now faces the challenge of reducing its dependence on oil and building a more diversified economy for the future. Gender segregation, breaking down barriers. For years, gender segregation was the norm in Saudi Arabia, affecting everything from schools to restaurants. However, reforms have begun to open up more mixed gender spaces, signaling a major social shift. This transition is also economically significant, as more women and men working together means a stronger, more inclusive economy. The walls between genders are starting to come down, making room for new opportunities. Expats, the lifeblood of Saudi Arabia's economy. Did you know that expatriates make up a significant portion of Saudi Arabia's workforce? From domestic workers to engineers, expats are vital to the economy. Socially, this creates a unique blend of cultures within the country, but it also brings challenges, as the government is working to Saudize many industries and reduce dependence on foreign labor. The balance between local and foreign workers is key to Saudi Arabia's future. The Hajj pilgrimage, spiritual and economic impact. Every year, millions of Muslims from around the world journey to Saudi Arabia for the Hajj pilgrimage. This event is not only a profound spiritual experience, but also a huge economic boost. From airlines to hospitality, the influx of pilgrims contributes billions to the economy. Socially, the Hajj unites people from all walks of life, creating a sense of global community and shared faith. Luxury living. The lavish Saudi lifestyle. Saudi Arabia is known for its luxury with lavish malls, high-end brands, and extravagant lifestyles for the wealthy elite. But this also highlights a significant wealth gap in society. Economically, the luxury market is booming, attracting tourists and contributing to the country's GDP. Socially, though, the government is working to create a more inclusive economy, aiming to raise living standards for the middle and lower classes. The transformation of Riyadh, a city on the rise. Riyadh, Saudi Arabia's capital, is undergoing a massive transformation. The city is becoming a hub for business, entertainment, and tourism. Socially, this shift is attracting young Saudis from across the country, creating a vibrant, dynamic population. Economically, these developments are part of the country's Vision 2030 plan, aimed at diversifying the economy and reducing dependence on oil. Tourism, opening the doors to the world. For years, Saudi Arabia wasn't exactly a tourist destination, but that's all changing. The country is now actively promoting tourism as part of its economic diversification plan. Socially, this is introducing Saudis to new cultures and perspectives, while economically, the tourism sector is creating jobs and generating income from visitors eager to explore the desert, ancient cities, and luxury resorts. The NEOM project, building the city of the future. Imagine a city powered entirely by renewable energy, filled with cutting-edge technology and built to be a global hub for innovation. That's NEOM, Saudi Arabia's ambitious megacity project. Socially, this represents a future vision of the country, where technology and sustainability are central to life. Economically, NEOM is expected to attract international investments and create hundreds of thousands of jobs, redefining Saudi Arabia's place on the global stage. Sports, a growing influence in Saudi society. From soccer to motor racing, sports are becoming a bigger part of Saudi culture. The country is investing heavily in sports infrastructure, hosting international events, and encouraging more Saudis to participate in sports. Socially, this is breaking down old barriers, as both men and women are now more active in sports. Economically, the sports industry is becoming a new revenue stream, drawing tourists and international attention. The Saudi stock market opening to the world. In 2015, Saudi Arabia's stock market opened up to foreign investors for the first time. This move has had profound social and economic implications. Socially, it's signaling a more open, transparent economy. Economically, it's bringing in billions of dollars in foreign investments, helping to diversify the economy and reduce reliance on oil. Affordable housing has been a major challenge in Saudi Arabia, particularly in rapidly growing cities like Riyadh and Jeddah. But the government is now rolling out reforms to provide more affordable homes for citizens. Socially, this is improving the quality of life for many Saudis. Economically, these reforms are stimulating the construction industry, creating jobs and boosting local economies. Saudi Arabia is also making big changes in education, investing in schools and universities to prepare the next generation for a more diversified economy. Socially, this is encouraging more young Saudis, especially women, to pursue higher education. Economically, it's creating a skilled workforce ready to take on jobs in technology, finance, and other emerging industries. Finally, we can't wrap up without talking about Vision 2030, the country's ambitious plan to diversify the economy and reduce its reliance on oil. Socially, this plan is transforming the country, encouraging more women in the workforce, promoting tourism, and fostering innovation. Economically, Vision 2030 is laying the foundation for a more sustainable future, positioning Saudi Arabia as a global economic leader. So, there you have it. 18 fascinating facts about Saudi Arabia. A country of incredible wealth, tradition, and rapid transformation. From polygamy and oil to luxury living and tourism, Saudi Arabia is a land of contrasts that continues to surprise and evolve. If you found this journey as intriguing as I did, don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into